Hello, my name is Pooja. Welcome to a new episode of Around the World. You might remember the recent Taiwan dispute, regarding which there has been a political tussle between the US and China. But during the dispute between these two countries, the India-Taiwan relationship strengthened further. You must be wondering why we are reminding you of this incident. Then let us tell you that something similar has happened in Bangladesh as well. It is worth mentioning that the newly appointed Chinese Foreign Minister, Qin Gang, visited Bangladesh on January 10th this year. In the first foreign trip, Qin Gang stayed in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. Qin Gang met Bangladeshi Foreign Minister Kalam Abdul Momen. He was accompanied by Chen Zhou, the deputy head of the International Department of the Chinese Communist Party. Although this was not an official visit, it is being considered as a historic visit because the Chinese tradition that has been going on for 32 years has been broken. In fact, according to the tradition that has been going on for the last 32 years, the newly appointed Chinese foreign minister chooses an African country as his first foreign trip. Now you must be wondering, other than breaking a 32-year-old African travel tradition, what else is there to take note of? Actually, on 7th of January, that is just before the visit of the Chinese foreign minister to Dhaka, American top official Eileen Laubacher reached Dhaka on her 4-day visit. Laubacher met Abdul Momen on January 9th, just hours before Qin Gang landed in Dhaka. It is believed that in the wake of the US diplomatic activities, the flurry of Chinese high-level diplomats visiting Bangladesh proves that Bangladesh, close to the Bay of Bengal, is geo-strategically important for both the countries. In this regard, this diplomatic tug-of-war between China and the United States over Bangladesh can be seen as a part of the wider geopolitical competition and attempts to woo Bangladesh. Significantly, there is intense competition between the US and China to increase their influence in Bangladesh. But in the end, neither America nor China is going to benefit from it. Actually, India is going to get the biggest benefit from this competition. In this geopolitical battle between Beijing and Washington, New Delhi quietly, without wasting its resources, will be able to further strengthen its influence in Bangladesh. So, before moving further, first let us understand what is the actual position of India and China with respect to the relations with Bangladesh. As we know that India has played an important role in the formation of Bangladesh as a sovereign state. India has a major influence on Bangladesh's political, economic and cultural milieu since its inception in 1971. This happened especially when Bangladesh was ruled by the Awami League, which has been in power for most of the time, including being in power continuously for the last 15 years. In fact, India helped Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who fought for the freedom of Bangladesh. And the Awami League, the party founded by Sheikh Mujibur, remains enthusiastic about relations with India till date. In fact, Dhaka has brought multi-dimensional benefits to New Delhi. The biggest concern from the Indian side in this regard was to end the Northeast separatist movements. In this matter, Dhaka provided full cooperation to New Delhi to suppress the movement. Bangladesh even provided access to its territory. It also provided a corridor to connect the northeastern region with the Indian mainland, providing access not only to the northeastern states but also to the Bangladeshi territory. Because of this, laborers from states like West Bengal, Bihar, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh, apart from the northeast, found it easy to work in Bangladesh. Bangladesh became India's third largest source of remittance. In addition, there is a sizable number of skilled Indians holding top management positions in Bangladesh institutions. In this regard, as far as China is concerned, its relations with Bangladesh is still in the nascent stage. In this matter, scholars believe that in real sense, China has intruded into Bangladesh. In fact, the Bangladesh-China relationship started on the initiative of Xi Jinping regarding the Belt and Road Initiative. It is worth mentioning that the BRI, which started in 2013, is an ambitious project of China, which specially aims to connect Asian countries economically and politically. In other words, the aim of this project is to isolate India in the Asian region. In this regard, China's influence on Bangladesh has been minimal. In fact, setting aside China's economic influence on Bangladesh through investment and trade, Beijing still lacks any specific mechanism to influence Bangladeshi politics and security. But China's limited advance in Bangladesh is not good from India's point of view. Second, New Delhi's influence in Bangladesh has been limited due to the recent anti-India movements and limited resources in comparison to China. Therefore, US's entry into Bangladesh is important for India in order to contain China's influence and balance regional power. So let us understand that in the midst of China-America competition in Bangladesh, how India's interest will be served, or how will India benefit from this competition. Actually, India has ceded some space to America and Bangladesh only to counter Chinese influence. Because if we look at the past history, India has been strongly opposed to American presence in South Asian region. But now that China's dominance is increasing in Asia, then the cooperation of countries like American for India can be part of a strategic plan. American presence in Bangladesh is a visionary plan which will directly benefit India, and India will not have to spend its resources to compete with China in Bangladesh. In this way, India will be able to spend its economic and strategic resources elsewhere, because America is not only capable of competing with China in every way, but also has a desire like this. Along with the US, India has indirectly joined Japan as well. In this region, Japan also opposes China and supports India's policies in Bangladesh. In this regard, the triumvirate of India, America, and Japan will be able to eliminate China's influence in Bangladesh as well as other regions. Apart from this, the major determinants of India-Bangladesh relations are the political parties of Bangladesh. In this regard, we all know that Awami League is the main link of India-Bangladesh strong relations. In such a situation, India would like that somehow the Awami League should return to power again. In this regard, America will prove to be the most important ally of India to stop any kind of interference of China in the elections. Now, let's note down today's question. Discuss India's position in the US-China competition in Bangladesh.